Hi, Guy. If there's one thing that's going on at the moment, it's especially in the gaming world, it's what the hell are Nintendo up to? In particular, I mean, we've had a go at the Switch, the NES Classic. I mean, this as a system, it's nothing more amazing than any of these other like the Sega Mega Drive systems, the cheap ones that are available, or even some of the other ones like the retro bit of stuff like that. I mean, they're more capable because they've got SD cards and things. I mean, I know the NES Classic has just been hacked properly, and people are adding as much as 60 or 70 games just by doing an easy install via the USB slot. So it's already been being used as a system for other stuff. But that aside, the thing is, this as a system, right, leading up to Christmas, this thing came out really just right before the Christmas season. It was the toy everybody wanted, and I think a lot of this was because like a lot of grown adults, because it's not going to be younger kids wanting this thing. You know, they remember back to when they were a kid, they were teenagers, so we're all in this like late 20s, 30s, and 40s now even, and you know we've all had those of that age have had access to this system growing up, and there's been a lot of excitement about it. And you know, a lot of people who don't even bother playing games anymore. You would have had like partners or relatives and things like that walk around hearing about this NES Classic and thinking, oh yeah, they used to have one of them as a kid. What a neat gift to buy. I mean, especially as it was only it's the official RRP is about 50 quid or $50 in the US. Might be a bit more. Sorry if I'm wrong there. But anyway, all this excitement kicked off. It was a fairly good quality and pretty spot on emulation and all the rest of it. There was a niggle, I think, with the length of the controller leads. I mean, I don't have one. I will say I do want to get one. I've not been able to get one for love and the money. And the eBay pricing has just been out of this world. I mean, at first when it came out, they just disappeared. I think they were priced I saw as much as £2,000 in some cases, you know, insane amounts on eBay. I don't think those ones were selling, but they were going for like 200, 300 at a time, and just crazy money for stuff that Nintendo have hinted at there is going to be more closer to Christmas time. But again, this is a problem with Nintendo. I mean, they've landed themselves in hot water because they've done the usual of making things sparse, so nobody can get the latest toy. They get really worked up and get excited. Everyone starts talking about it. It comes in all the news. Everybody wants one. Everyone's passing it around. It's become the toy of the moment. But in this case, they've absolutely screwed up because they've not been able to get. They've just not met any sort of supply demand. There's been cases where some shops or big stores have ordered like 200 to 300 to supply across a region or whatever, and they've maybe received like 3 or 4. Like big chains, like Amazon is probably one of the biggest, obviously it's a worldwide, you know, receiving maybe a few thousand if they were lucky, and that's over a couple of months. And there's been no talk from Nintendo, no follow on, or yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're really sorry. It's just been quiet. And now, I mean, we're at the end of the first week. You know, it's just past the first week of January. We're past the Christmas season. All them people and shoppers getting all excited, having money to throw away on something like this. That opportunity is gone now because they'll have bought something else and moved on. So you'll have the gaming bunch like us will still want one, and you know they'll still sell a few. But it's like, when I was a kid, one of the things I remember in particular, there's always craze on every Christmas for the latest toy, and one in particular from when I was a teenager was the Buzz Lightyear thing from the original Toy Story movie, and you know they were selling for like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. You just could not get them for love nor money. I mean, that's why you ended up with that Arnold Schwarzenegger film Jingle All the Way. People were crazy to get this toy, and you know, like I said, the joke in that film was he hunted everywhere to get one. And in this, you know, exactly the same thing has happened with the NES Classic. But rather than desperately try to fill everywhere and create more and do this, you know, and they've gone silent. I mean, they've literally said nothing. Nobody can actually confirm because Nintendo's not actually said it themselves yet. if this is actually a limited edition, there's not going to be any more, because like towards the end of December they were saying, oh, there'll be some before, some more sent out before Christmas to fulfill orders, but there was no promise that they were going to fulfill all orders. And the fact that you were hearing such crazy stuff from these big stores ordering thousands of them, and getting like a couple of hundred or 100 or 200, something ridiculous along like that for something so simple to make. The fact is, it's 50 nicker. They're not. It's not like the latest greatest system. And for them as a business, it's just insane to me. They're missing out. They've missed out on so much easy money to make. And I think they're just. It's almost like a denial by them. Not dealing with the situation, not supplying what people want to buy. And I know people say, oh well, it'll come out eventually, and people will want one. It's like, yeah, but that's like with all things. There's other alternatives, and yeah, you will get one eventually. But the fact is, people want one now. There's nothing worse than like really, really wanting something and having to wait and wait and wait. And the thing is, I would be all for that if they says, we're really sorry, we undersupplied these, whatever. There was a reason for it. The factory in China or Japan or wherever just exploded, and we had a massive supply issue. There's been nothing, no confirmation, no talk of what they're going to do or what they're going to change, or even if there's like going to be more supply, say at the end of January, middle of January. I mean, literally, there has been nothing since before Christmas, and it's just driving people nuts. I go on so many forums and so many gaming websites on a regular basis, and you always hear and see people talk about it because they want it's a neat little. I want one myself, and you just can't get access to it unless you go on eBay, and then you start getting one of all these scalpers with these whole overpricing it. And I know that in itself is another issue because it's incredibly annoying, but at the same time, you can't blame them because this company has created this nut situation, and they're just going to take advantage of the market. I mean, there is no way that after. I mean, I think it was out on the 24th, 25th of November, so they had a month leading up to that Christmas. And talk is they supplied about 200,000 worldwide of these units, and they could have, from all the reports and stuff, you could probably got through selling close to a million, ridiculous amount of units, and then they just supplied nothing. They've said nothing, and it's just created this whole crazy. I don't know. It winds me up. What more can I say? I mean, as a system, from all the stuff I've seen, it looks really, really neat. I really want one. I can't get one. I don't know how long the interest for it's going to last now. I mean, they've got the Switch just around the corner, and then there's another thing. As a company, they're about to release a brand new console, so they've spent an absolute fortune. I mean, it'll be like tens of millions, whatever, probably hundreds even, to do all the research and development. The company's always spend a lot of money on this sort of thing. So during a financial year, they need as much money coming in to offset this sort of an expense. And in this situation, they've had something which could have made them an absolute fortune, millions upon millions, and have subsided that to some degree. And they've done nothing. I mean, basically it's a repeat of what they did with the whole Amiibo side of thing, where they completely undersupplied everything, and they all talk of creating artificial shortages, trying to build demand for it, and they seem to be doing the same thing with this, and it's just, well, at least that's what I was thinking, but the fact that it's been so silent now since just before Christmas, it's just like, what, something must have happened. That's all I can, because it's the only thing that makes sense, but I don't know, Nintendo. What else can you do? But yeah, I mean, will I get one? If I get the opportunity to buy a cheap one, I might do now. I'm not in any rush to pick one up necessarily, and I would never. And I would say it to anybody: do not touch them at them eBay prices. God sake, the NES itself is so easy to emulate. I'd have a look at another system even just to tide you over in the meantime if you really, really want something like that, and then maybe try it later. I mean, you'd pay a lot less. Oh, God, Nintendo. I mean, Even Disney. Even Disney last year were joking before they got out of the whole Disney figurine and the miniatures market. We're joking about the fact that at least they can supply these plastic toys to us. Come on, Nintendo. We expect better. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and please look forward to another video soon.